What's up? So we got Cobra Kai Season 4, Episode 4, Bicepaly? This episode is a weird title. But anyway, let's get off this episode. This episode starts off with Kenny, because we gotta start off with Kenny. And it starts off with Kenny having a present, having a, going and viewing West Valley High, and he's wearing the shirt that you should be wearing at West Valley High, a Cobra Kai shirt. And when he goes into the bathroom, who are there but Bert and Nate, and they're kind of bullying him. They kind of say like, what are you doing? And he's, what are you wearing that? And he's like, it's my dojo. And he's like, did they start a kindergarten class? Come on, guys. Why are these characters being mean to Kenny? Just because he's wearing the shirt the JoJo trying to beat, they're just like, yeah, and then Hawk shows, and then he's like, it's the name of my dojo, and then Hawk shows up, and he's like, Hawk shows up, and he's like, Kenny's like, say something, and he's like, I know, kid, but get out of Cobra Kai while you can, because they're going down, and it's not going to be pretty. And then Hawk and the gang leave. I love Hawk in this season. I cannot do that. Hawk is my favorite character in Season 4, because he wasn't in Season 3, but he is in Season 4. Hawk really redeems himself in my eye, because he's kind of the best character in this season. There could be some people that think he's kind of being a jerk Kenny here, but he's kind of giving him some advice. Like, dude, leave Cobra Kai while you can, because it's shutting down. And so obviously Kenny being Kenny decides to rat Hawk out to the Cobra Kai people about how, and then they're like, oh, we forgot that guy needs some payback. Like, okay. So, yeah. So, anyway, with the last episode stuff, Johnny's now jealous of Daniel and Miguel, because Daniel and Miguel, are hanging out, so we also see Daniel and Miguel's mom sleeping together, and they're talking about Top Gun, about how Johnny doesn't like him, and Johnny doesn't like the movie, and about how Carmen does. And he's also jealous about how Daniel's spending time with Mr. LaRusso. But Carmen's like, hey, him spending time there gives them more time to hang out, sleep together. So Miguel obviously doesn't know that he and his mom are together. So he thinks that fixing the car will get her to go on more dates, so she'll actually have a boyfriend. Maybe at the end of the season, or maybe in the middle, they will sit down with Miguel, both Johnny and Carmen, because we do see that in the trailer shot of both of them sitting with Miguel. We don't know what it was, but they're probably telling them, hey, they're an item now. We don't know how Miguel will react. I don't know, because I haven't seen the rest of the season, so I don't know how Miguel's going to react when he finds out about Carmen and Johnny. But for now, he thinks his mom's single, and if they get their car fixed, she'll be able to get a boyfriend. But no, to him, he's sleeping with his sensei, his first sensei, because Daniel's his co-sensei. So back at Cobra Kai, after Kenny decided to rat out Hawk and the other, Grace is like, hey, our enemies are working together. Combine your style. And we need to do this thing. Meet Sensei Terry Silver, the co-owner of Cobra Kai. The co-founder of Cobra Kai. So, yeah, I guess Terry decided to not tell his girlfriend that he's leaving forever and never coming back. Or maybe in the finale he leaves. I have no idea. But, yeah. So Kenny is training with Robbie, saying, what are you guys gonna do to this Hawk dude? Even though I guess he never told Kenny his name was Hawk. So I guess off screen they did it because I watched the episode 2 times. A day ago, a day ago and today. So I never heard them. That's why I'm reviewing it. That's why I never heard them say Hawk's name in the episode. So how did Kenny get this information? I guess Cobra Kai told them while they were doing the dang stuff. So yeah, so he's like, what are you gonna do? This Hawk doing? He's like, don't mind that. Mind that. He's still teaching him the Miyagi-Do way of fighting. So Terry decides to come in, and he gives his classic line, if a man can't stand, he can't fight. And I love that line because that's what he said in Karate Kid 3. And it's cool. So yeah, so yeah. So yeah. So Daniel and Miguel are hanging out, talking about their dads and about how and Daniel thought that the reason why his mom moved him out to LA in the first film was he thought she was only doing it for herself, but he later learned in life that he was trying to give herself and Daniel a better spot. So Miguel decides to say that, oh yeah, he was, he was just, he tells Daniel about how his dad was in a shady business deal, his mom was pregnant with Miguel, and that's when they left. And when she found out, that's when they left for LA. That's when they left for Reseda. And Miguel looked up his dad and finds out that he's in Mexico, but he has yet to tell Carmen or Yaya yet. So they go to a birthday party where unfortunately Tori works. And Sam talks to us this entire thing, which kind of like, why would you allow this girl to sit next to the person that she's not one of the children that Tori's reading to? Why would you let Sam be here? And then Sam's like, oh yeah, like the princess you stole from the princess, meaning that Tori stole Miguel from Sam, and then Tori's like, that prince was dating that other princess. Meaning, yeah, we all know. And yeah, so they just said, Sam leaves, and they decide to say he decides to say, hey, Sam's evil, and you need to get rid of her by dousing her with a glitter bomb. And they decide to say, bye, Sam. Not actually bye, they call her a witch, because that's what Tori said, and douse her with glitter. And the man's just like, the man does nothing. So yeah. So when Miguel shows up, Sam decides to be a jerk. I know I don't like Tori, but this is kind of kissing your boyfriend in front of his ex. What the crap, Sam? I guess you and Tori have this rivalry, and Tori did tell the kids to douse you in glitter, but kissing your boyfriend in front of his ex? Sam, what the crap? What the crap, Sam? And Tori gets mad. And Amanda, being the best character, follows Tori. And Tori basically tells her about how she doesn't know about her family. And she's like, I'm sorry about what Sam did. Because obviously Sam was the worst in that situation. Because she was like kissing Miguel in front of Tori was... I don't like it when they do that, I don't like in shows, like, even in H2O, when Charlotte kissed Lewis in front of Cleo. I didn't like this scene either, where Sam kisses Miguel in front of Tori, causing Tori to leave and yell. I don't think she's fired. I think, they didn't say I guess she got fired. I'm so confused with how she throws her wig in the trash. Guess she lost her job. I don't know, but anyway, yeah. So she yells at Sam, and she yells at Amanda. It's kind of Sam's fault. So yeah. So she basically. So yeah. So they all go to a movie together, and Kyler decides to be a jerk to to Kenny telling him to pick up all of his, to get all of his drinks and popcorn. It's like, get yourself, Kyler. You're sitting on your butt in a car. And yeah, so Robbie decides to just say, hey, it's just hazing. He dealt with it. But then he sees Bert and Nathaniel and bumps into Hawk. And then Robbie shows up and he's like, you betrayed Miyagi, you traitor. And then Tori shows up saying, I know who's a traitor, it's Hawk. And then Sam shows up calling Tori a princess because, it's kind of what Sam said. Tori said Sam in season 2. Yeah. And it's just brawl until Dimitri says, Dimitri just makes me laugh in the scene, how he interrupts this, saying about how they have Rollies and Dr. Peppers, and he's like, oh no, not another Rumble, and he's like, hold up, guys, you guys go to the baseball field, and we'll wait there. But they don't actually wait there. They just wait. They get on the baseball field, and they get on the diamond baseball field, and guess what Miguel and the guy do? Sit in a car watching the Cobra Kai's get doused in rain, and Robbie just looked like, Robbie, you're getting doused in rain. Don't look all that bad. And he's like, we won't let them get away with this. And Robbie's like, we won't. Like, come on, guys, you can't. So yeah. So Daniel. So yeah. So they're talking about it, and Chris and Terry for some reason care about this, saying, hey, we're not trying to repeat the past, bro. So yeah, so they decided to go over to Daniel's house. We see a couple of Daniel and Terry flashbacks, and then he's like, hey, gentlemen, let's discuss something. And that basically how the episode ended. So this episode's pretty good. Hawk is one of my favorite characters this season. Hope he stays good and hope he continues to be one. I liked him in season 1. Didn't like him in season 2, 3. But season 4 is really redeeming Hawk from his season 3 terrible asshole. Assness. Almost a whole. Now let's say assness. So I like Hawk this season. I don't get why they're why they just snuck up on Kenny. Like, what did Kenny do? Okay, why does Kenny deserve this? He was being bullied by Anthony for apparently no reason. Anthony decided to be a jerkwad, and now Hawk decided to bump into him, and Johnny is not liking this because. Then they're calling Miguel the Rain Master, and then he's like, you poke the bear and let them get washed in rain, and then Daniel is like, oh yeah, Miguel, you were great, you did the right thing, and it's just like, Daniel, Cobra Kai is powerful. You think that just because Miguel rained them in water, they're just gonna quit and give up? Daniel. I keep getting confused in my older reviews of the show. Come on. Anyway, that was the episode. It was okay. I like Hawk. I hope he gets better. But anyway, I'll see you next time for another episode of Cobra Kai.